Welcome everybody back to Nine's Corner. What a difference 24 hours can make. So I'm sending out best wishes to Justin, Sophie, and their children. That's our Prime Minister here in Canada. His wife has been tested positive for the C-19, and they are under quarantine. So I have to say, I could sit here and pick a lot of strings about what I think could have been done, but I am happy that he's being transparent and that he's leading by example about what should be done and how we're going to have to deal with it. I mean, I know he has a lot more help, but you know what I mean? It's real. They're not trying to, pull the wool over our eyes. And then let's go to the US, and you have Donald Trump, who just put in $1.5 trillion to the stock market. And it literally resulted in a half hour of a spike. And then he decided, hey, I'm not happy with everything that's happening with the oil, so I'm going to go strike Iraq. So it's like, what is he doing? It's literally like the perfect storm. They've put out this C-19. It has affected the whole world. And it has weakened everybody. It puts everybody in a state of unpreparedness. Now Putin, with his friends from Saudi Arabia and Iran and Iraq and wherever, have played with the oil market. So that definitely affects us here in Alberta. It's really hurting our economy, but it also goes directly into the U.S. economy. And so they have created instability in the political sphere. They've created instability in the market. They've created instability in the economy, which is different than the stock market. The stock market is for the rich. That's why Donald Trump decided to put $1.5 billion into it, because he wanted to help out his rich white friends. I'm getting my cards. So I'm going to just leave all that alone, because yesterday I literally was feeling so down about everything and just thought I need to rise my vibration up, because the one thing that gives me peace, and I hope it gives you some peace, is that everything is energy. I'm energy. This shirt is energy. My hair is energy. Everything is energy. We come from energy. We go back to energy. So we are energy spirits that are having a human experience. So I have the ability, we all have the ability to say, you know what? We're aware. Thank you for the information. I know what's happening in the world. But in my four walls, whatever that should be to you, I need to raise my vibration to keep myself into the best state of being I can, whether it be physically, mentally, all of it. So I got out my ghetto blaster. Yes, I said ghetto blaster. I am a child of the 80s. And I put on my Trooper tape. And now I don't know if you all know who Trooper is. I'm not affiliate with them. I'm not support. They're an old band. But they were a Canadian band, and they have this song called Raise a Little Hell. And if you don't like what you got, why don't you change it? It is such an anthem for people rising up and saying, hey, we need change. Hey, we need healthcare. Hey, we need competent people in charge. So, oi, oi, oi. I am hoping for all of you that you find whatever it is that you need to do to raise your vibration and realize we're living in interesting times, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So, with that, I am going to do my reading on Putin. Vladimir Putin. Interestingly, anytime I do a reading, I tend to, if I can get somebody's full name and birth date, I will do their numerology, because the numerology blueprint that you come into is so telling of the possibilities of where you go, depending on if you are going to be on the light or dark side of the numbers, and most of us are a mix in between. So he has a double 7 life path, which is the philosopher, the thinker. He has more intelligence than the majority of us, and that 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 hurts him in the sense that he has a 2 in his number, so he has the ability to be balanced. He has the ability to have loving relationships, but it's almost like he is so more heightened spiritually and intelligently that he bores easily. Like, you could be a great pianist and he will love you, but he'll bore of you because he needs more. He's always 10 steps ahead of everybody, and he's certainly playing the puppeteer. And his numbers don't represent where Putin is now. So I can only look at the shadow sides of it. And with a 777, you can build up a lot of karma over your lifetime. And oftentimes your life ending is with some fanfare. So Putin is worried, or he feels nervous about people. He doesn't trust them. He shouldn't. So I'm just going to look into Putin and see what is he doing over the next year. Let's see for the next year, because right now he's in a personal year of 3, which is instability, but with prosperity. And you are starting to see the signs of the 4th year coming in, where it's stability. So for the next couple of years, he's going to keep his power. I think he will remain as president. And, you know, his strong want, his desire is to create Russia into the great USSR that he once knew. He is like the father knows best, but Putin knows best of Russia. He truly loves Russia. And he feels that everything that he has done thus far, whether it be appalling to us, he has done it for the best interest of Russia. I mean, he literally got everybody to quit so that he could change the rules so he could stay in. And you got to think, not to toot his horn, but he has all the oligarchs underneath him. He has all the crime bosses underneath him. Nobody sneezes and he doesn't know about it. So his power, even though he's got a small country, he doesn't have, you know, all the advancements that, you know, the U.S. has. He's a powerful man. He's intelligent, and he's always 10 steps ahead of everybody else. So now with Donald Trump striking out at Iraq, I find that nervous because it's not helping anything. You know, over the last 3.5 years since Trump's been in power, the other countries, whether it be Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Iran, China, everybody's just saying, you know what, do what you want, put your sanctions on, we will find ways around it. And the U.S. might find themselves trying to go back to the table and not having a seat. Like, Trump has literally fit into this perfect storm of destruction. So let's see what Putin thinks of it all. Okay, 7 of Pentacles. So he is watching. He has a lot of irons in the fire. He's got a lot of things that, not just in the U.S., he's got his finger on the pulse of everything, because by darn it, he's going to make Russia into the USSR. Crossing him is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is the wish and the desire of the people. You can't decide that you're going to be the be-all of the world and not have pushback. So going against him is a strong push of the people. Underneath it all is the Chariot. He feels that he will be victorious and that he is the only one that knows the direction of how not just Russia, but the world should be. On top of it, we have the Devil. Blessed be. Temptation. He knows how people think, how to manipulate and get them to do as he sees fit to do. He is the great magician, the great manipulator. And believe me, he has things over everybody. The Queen of Cups. So his time for putting out information and kind of like he's going to play with the elections and he's got a foothold in everywhere, but he's it's all out there now. He doesn't need to reinvent the wheel. He just needs to let everybody bring the information back to him, because in his mind he's got a storm brewing of thoughts of what he wants to accomplish. He is going to be the King of Pentacles for the next few years. He is going to be in charge. He is going to rule, and money is going to play an important factor, as well as resources. There is going to be looking at how to build his economy to push forward. Knight of Cups. He's hoping that any information that would keep him down in any way would be kept under wraps. And he's certainly being forward about putting his nose into everybody's business. Around the world, people see him, and I guess by extension the Russian people, which is so unfair, as the high priestess. We don't understand. We don't know what it's like for them, because they literally were under one rule. Then all of a sudden Gorbachev comes and becomes friends with Reagan, which of course started their hate for the Western world, which was already, on max. And he decided that they were going to have democratic elections, and then that split the USSR around. So people don't know, because they haven't lived in their shoes. So we're all just kind of waiting and seeing, and we're not sure, how involved are they? They're involved. Putin's worried about how the effects of all their things that they put into action, because believe me, the perfect storm did not happen on its own. So he's waiting for his ships to come in. He's put out all his little bombs he wants to put out, and he's just waiting for the information to come in, and he's hoping it's not going to ill affect him. But the Three of Wands is almost like in 3 or 4 years he's got something that he's worried about, or that maybe destiny has something for him to be worried about. The Page of Pentacles. So you're going to be hearing about him literally having a foothold everywhere. He is going to use his resources, his power. He truly believes he is above everybody. And in so many ways, he has this spiritual knowing. He has the double sevens that let him have not just intelligence, but he knows how people operate, and not just on a human level, but on a spiritual level. And it makes him super powerful to have those double sevens. He is not somebody that you play with. He is not somebody that you discount. Oh, guys. What about us? What about us for tonight? How do we lay our heads down? What should we give our thoughts to? Oh, guys. Give our thoughts to justice. Give our thoughts to balance. Give our thoughts to good overcoming evil. What we put out there is what we manifest. So we have to spend some time before you go to bed. Spend some time and do a personal thing for yourself. Think about the things that you're grateful for, the people in your lives, the job, the money, the career. And if you have nothing, be grateful that you breathe. And then take the time to realize that whoever you believe in, God, Buddha, the universe, whatever way you get there, we all get to the one place, whatever vehicle we take, and that is a good place. And to have faith in that, have faith in our spiritual journey here, that this is not the important part, the shell. The important part is the lessons that we come to learn and the lessons that we teach. So with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed our reading. I look forward to having many, many more, hopefully. So if you want lots and lots more, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, wishing you light for your darkness. Have a great day.